we got a problem. We got oil squirting out the bottom of this tractor. I wonder where it's coming from. I think right in here. So the last time that I posted a video, I was checking out the swather, and if you remember, had a problem. The last thing I think is the camera was about right here, and I was going, uh-oh. Well, the uh-oh is I ended up having a lot of fuel in my oil. This thing was full, and that's what the oil looks like, and that's not good. I kind of figured I probably had about 2 gallons worth, and from what I was reading and kind of figured out is what happens is either your fuel pump gets a pinhole in it and it starts letting gas go in, and I understand that it would go in through here probably, and then it fills up your oil, and that's not good. So we put on a new fuel pump, which is this, and you basically have to undo this one back here, take these nipples off here and put them on another pump, or the newer pump, and then you have to of course undo your bolt from here and one from in here. Number 2 that they tell you could be a problem is your carburetor float. And that would be in here. And I took this off and I looked at it. I'd rebuilt this thing not just 2 years ago. And it appears to me that the float, when it seats into the little, usually there's a little rubber, kind of looks like a small inner tube, and then the needle valve goes into that. And if that sticks a little bit, you can have problems with how much fuel that float and needle are regulating going into the bowl, to which case the bowl fills up. And from what I gathered, this would fill up into here until it leaked over into your motor, and then of course down into, when I pulled it off, I did not see fuel. I rubbed my finger on there. I did not think or notice there was any fuel in here, nor did I figure and notice that there was any fuel in the air intake. So makes me think that this is probably okay, and that even though the fuel pump was actually only a couple years old also, that it was probably the culprit. However, I do have a kit coming for the carb. I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to rebuild it again just to make sure, because, you know, the price of oil and an oil change and stuff, you're looking at 16, 17 bucks per jug, plus your filter is 15, 16. So you're looking at easily almost 50 bucks to do an oil change. And I don't want to, not to mention the misfire of the plugs were pretty nasty too. So I went ahead, and I don't think I have one to show you because I tossed them in the, but they were pretty gummed up. So I went ahead and I use Autolites. I've always had good luck with the Autolites. They say you can put a Champion plug. I'm not really fond of Champion plugs. They don't seem to run as good as the Autolites. So hopefully, I've changed oil, new filter. Pretty sure there's no fuel in it right now. So there we go. That's the update. So that's the only 1 or 2 things that can cause it. They say a lot of times it happens when your fuel tank is full, which I just filled it with 25 gallons of fuel, so it was topped off, you know, getting ready for hay season. And it says a lot of times that will happen. It shouldn't happen, but it happens when you get you'll notice it with a full fuel tank, because fuel tank is higher than what the carb is or the pump is. So it just kind of free flows through. So that's kind of the update. It's, not, because it was idling, because I shut it down right away as soon as I noticed it. I'm hoping, and I don't believe there'll be much noticeable or anything damage. If that ever happens to you though, I did pull off my plugs, all my plugs, pulled them out, replaced them. I also shot a little oil in the cylinders, so when you start it up, it won't have because of the gasoline being in there, it won't have a dry start, as dry a start as it could. So anywho, that's kind of the way it is. Stuff happens. I'm glad it happened now. Need to get this running, as I want to start cutting hay in about a week or two. And it looks like going to be a good cutting. So then we'll see it all in action. Good enough. Talk to you later. See you. Bye.